Welcome to another video, this time as part of our series of videos on the villages of Lanzarote. We are in Haria, in the north of the island. And as with anything related to Lanzarote villages, everything starts in the Plaza. And we started in the middle of the Plaza with this video. I'm going to go one way and then come back through it and show you the other side of it in a moment. But obviously the Plaza is where the church is. And we've just gone past the Sociedad. La Tegala. I've walked through the Plaza and I've hung a left just to show you one of the main restaurants in the village, which is one which does an interesting kind of fusion cuisine. Fusion of Oriental and Canarian. And they do some fabulous dishes, fairly limited menu. But well worth a visit for a lunch or a dinner when you're at this end of the island. The front we're about to walk past is absolutely packed. It's Puerta Verde, the green door, La Puerta Verde. I'd say it's medium priced, has a small car park, although there's plenty of parking around the village if you can't get into their car park. The vibe's good, the food's good, and as I say, medium price, so well worth a visit. We'll pick up the other restaurants as we go through, but there's more to Haria than just the restaurants here, of course. Now we're going to, as I said, cut back into the Plaza in a moment, and we'll be going past the Sociedad, so that's the next one I will talk about. It's one of the best Sociedads on the island for sure. My only reservation about it is that as it has expanded over the last 3 or 4 years, it's got a lot bigger, they've got many more tables outside, a lot more staff. It's also gone up in price considerably, and where it used to be fantastic value for money, it's now sort of more on the pricey side. I guess I'd describe it as medium priced, whereas Sociedads are normally budget. That's not a criticism of it, it's kind of market forces at work, and it's still reasonably good value for money. But it ain't the bargain it used to be. And it's just coming up on the left here. It is a fully functioning Sociedad or teleclub, so there's like a church hall in there that you can rent. There are various classes there during the week, Tai Chi, yoga. And there's just a great community vibe in Haria generally. We've been lucky enough to live here for almost 20 years now. So the next one we're coming up to is Bar Folele, which is a bar rather than a bar restaurant, although they do food. And then right next door to that is Tecande, which is kind of the upmarket restaurant in the village. So that's quite pricey, but real quality food, and it's a Michelin guide restaurant. And on the corner here, we've got El Rincón de Quino. Rincón means the corner. And that's a budget bar. Great value for money, burgers, ham sandwiches, tortilla sandwiches. So you've kind of got all three, and on the other corner here you've got the old bakery, which is now a pizza place. Not actually open at the moment, but again a relatively good value. So you've got the pizza place, El Rincon, both relatively inexpensive places to eat, and then you move up to the medium priced ones like Puerto Verde and the Sociedad, and then at the top end you have Tecande, which we've just walked past. This is the statue of Ladislau, who is, or was, the barber of Haria. He's retired now, but he's still alive, very much alive. Lives up that little alleyway there. This is him with his chair. He used to cut my hair every week, which is a pretty easy job for him because I don't have much of it. We have the town hall right across the road there, the Ayuntamiento, and this is the original town aljibe. So this is where water used to be stored before the village had mains water. Been converted into a room now where instead of storing water there are art exhibitions and various events down those stairs there. I have a few sort of trinket and touristy type shops in the village. And that building there is the library. And we're going to go a slightly different way, but we are going up to the Casa Museo Cesar Manrique. If you were to go direct, you would go up there. I'm just going to take a slight detour and then we'll get onto that road in a minute and I will take you up there. We have another statue here, and this is another living statue of a basket weaver who makes baskets from palms. And he too is alive, still working, up the road past Manrique's house, and his statue sits right in front of the Municipal market, which you can see centre of the frame now. And the Municipal market has a fish counter on it, a meat counter, but they also do terrific food. Great value for money. And next door to it you can see the artisan workshops. So we'll cross this little bridge. And this building houses the workshops of the cigar maker, the village cigar maker. There's a leather worker there, a potter that uses this kiln here to make pottery in the old-fashioned way. So the food in the Municipal market is classic Canarian chicken shack. So they have a giant rotisserie where they cook chickens in their own special kind of marinade. And you can go in and eat them. You can eat a quarter chicken, a half chicken, or a whole chicken with potatoes in mojo sauce. And as well as eating in them inside, you can have a takeout of them. They also have their homemade salads, which are delicious, particularly their prawn salad, which is made with prawns and green pepper. Really great value for money. I mean, you can have half a chicken and a pile of potatoes with a side salad to take out or eat in for sort of €8. Haria, of course, is known as the Valley of 1,000 Palms, and there are literally thousands of palms. And the village is in a valley, so we've got hills on all sides. And right at the back of the village there is the highest point of Lanzarote, 672 metres above sea level. We've cut through onto the road that leads up to Casa Museo Manrique, Manrique's former home. See some great examples of traditional Canarian architecture up here. It's about 10 years before his death, the early 80s, his death was in 92, Manrique bought a house here in Haria, and he wanted to move from his home at Taro de Tahiche. He wanted to convert that into a foundation, his foundation, Fundación Cesar Manrique. And as I say, he bought a place here with quite a chunk of land, and he moved into it in the mid-80s, where Taro de Tahiche had been very much a party house. This was a bit quieter, dinner parties around a long table, lovely swimming pool, a huge outbuilding which became his studio in his later years, and he would travel most days of the week to his old house in Tahiche to work, but then come home to relax in Haria. Coming up on my right now is the house he bought, and I have done a video of the inside of it, so if you search down our channel for Manrique House Haria, you'll find the inside. I'm not going to go inside with you again now, but we'll just walk past the outside and the main entrance to it. By the way, if you're coming up here in a hire car, you don't have to park in this section here. Just go up to the top of the road, hang a right, and there's plenty of parking. This is open every day from 10:30 until 5:30, with the last ticket being sold at 5 p.m. In case you ever wondered why locals sometimes get irritated with tourists, just look at the way those two cars are parked on the clearly marked pedestrian section there. And here, within 30 metres, there's a parking space. Within another 30 metres beyond it, there are dozens of parking spaces and a piece of land they could park on. But no, they had to park as close as they could possibly get to the place they were going to. At the top of Manrique's Road, we have the local football club, football stadium, and the two village schools, the primary and a secondary school to my right. And dead ahead is the Old People's Home, Hamavir, which is a Cabildo-run project. And that brown stone wall on the right, the long one you can see with all the palms, is the other side of Manrique's house. We're now in Calle Angelguera. And that really covers what I wanted to show you of the village of Haria, the restaurants, Manrique's house, the Ayuntamiento, the Aljibe. There's plenty to see here. I mean, do come up on a Saturday and enjoy the market, but bear in mind it's not easy to get around the village on market day because it's absolutely heaving with people. So if you come up, I mean today for example is a Tuesday afternoon, come up on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and there'll be people around, but it will be nice and quiet and peaceful and tranquil. Hope you've enjoyed that. Another in our series of the villages of Lanzarote. Thank you so much for watching. Catch up with you soon. Bye for now.